Oh, hi! And welcome to a stream where we're gonna try to finish this one off. I'm gonna try. Hey Red, using up all of your extra gigabytes? We're gonna do our best. Not making any promises yet. Oh, that's not good enough. That's better. I don't have super much left on it. Excuse me. Oh, thank God for being able to silence the microphone. How's every... Well, you better use it then. How's everyone doing? I hope the music isn't too harsh. If so, you need to tell me. I did have to sneeze. My it doesn't like it gets pretty warm. Oh. You have a fan? Put all your fan love on it. Make it your only fan. Too friggin' warm? Yes. This is why I have a nice fan next to me. Okay. Okay. So yes, it's hot. But tomorrow I'm off because tomorrow we have our anniversary. Obligatory with obligatory King's speech and stuff.
He already gave his speech.
Ah, one day early.
Well, that's why we know the Haza thingy.
Yes, but I thought he's still gonna have a thingy tomorrow.
No.
That's just defile.
Yeah. Right, so I need to do 2 more orcs on my kill team.
Uh-huh.
And I want to get the other kill team of orcs as well, the new one.
Yeah. Belgian national holiday indeed. Sign says hi.
Hello. I am moving some painted figurines to the
To the thingy, to the new cupboard. Yes.
Oh my god, this is an old singe one, a metal one, no?
Yes, best. Moon face.
I like the metal ones. They feel like they can do some proper bludgeoning damage when you hit them at someone.
Yes. So yes, we got a new cupboard in the hallway that we're gonna put all the miniatures in. Can you hear that oscillator thing? She left. She went downstairs to put the stuff in the I'm sure she will be back. Signed asked if she could hear the oscillator thing again. I don't know what that one means.
The paint mixer.
Ah,
Ah. No idea where I put that one right now, because I'm reorganizing in here.
there will be there is reorganization doing. So we do not know where it is right now.
Well, I have a vague idea where it is, but I'm not going to fish it out right now.
Ah,
It's going to make too much noise.
you like questionable sounds in the stream.
Yeah. I
Well,
was talking about that on Thursday because I was
does
like,
it sound like?
no, it sounds like a vibrator going off.
Ah, I see.
Last time I was painting during the stream, I had to go like, it's a paint mixer, honest.
Yes. I don't have questionable sounds like that around. Unfortunately. Just trying to make the sword look a little bit cooler. But yes. We'll see, maybe I join next Thursday as well to the thingy. Seemed fun. Pink sword, yes, well, pink, reddish, yes. Maybe a little bit more purple than pink. But still. I don't I don't remember, but she was a rogue trader, right? Not an inquisitor. Alright, fine. Like this. She is a rogue trader, yes. That's why I went like, let's make because if she would have been like an inquisitor, then you know this one would have to have been like bluish and whatever. But rogue traders, they don't give a shit about those things. They just take what works. If it works, it's good. That would be not the right spot. This would be the right spot. Fuck the Inquisition.
I'm just
Hmm?
keeping this one open.
Mm-hmm. Phone's cooling off now because of the newly added fan or what? I think the fan only works when the phone is on. I see. Oh yes, it's nice to be able to paint something without feeling like I'm gonna drown. Been a bit tired lately when I've been streaming. Okay. We are now going to do this. Good. I'm happy that you like it. And yes, I do have a long weekend. The thing is, with my current work, I actually work on Saturdays, so I'm off on Thursdays, which means that I'm off one day at a time. Which sounds maybe okay, but I don't really get the same amount of resting abilities as I used to. And because I'm, you know, weak, it basically means that I'm that I'm not that I'm more tired than I maybe should be.
takes a while to settle into a new routine though.
Yeah. It's getting better. That's for sure. Hey, Mario. Yes, finish, make some lunch.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Now I had blocked a couple of content creators that I used to follow that I don't really like how their views on human lives turned out to be, without becoming too overly political. So I blocked them everywhere I could, and now the algorithm is
Pushing them.
pushing them.
Fantastic. Don't hit on my cat. See if this one works out as I wanted to. It might. Nyx is currently asleep in a basket, as she bloody well should be.
Mimir sleeps in a fruit basket here, so.
Yeah. I'll do this one. Okay. Now I'm going to do copy paste. We're gonna do copy paste again. And then we're gonna not canvas. Flip. Okay. Let's see if we can do this one correctly. Like so. And then we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do this. Don't know if this one works, but we'll see. She's a basket case. That may be the case. As long as she's enjoying her time. Okay. I see it's this one that's fucking it up. Okay. Are there any news on the TLT t-shirts? Fuck no, there isn't. Because I'm a bad person. And I keep forgetting it.
Well, you were planning to make graffiti style?
Yes.
Like 80s?
Yes.
That would be fun.
Welcome back, Morior. Yes, it would be fun.
You still have the website up, no?
I think so. Yeah. We should have.
Let me just check. Yeah, it's Colophobia, that's done.
Yep.
So we can expand that one with the web shop.
It's a short sword. Do we want it to be a little bit longer?
There is a store up on the... Oh, yeah, already put the store there.
Yeah.
Right, fair enough.
Like so.
Ugh.
Just a little bit, yes.
There were a couple of other t-shirts that we were going to make as well, so...
Yeah. Yes, there are a couple of things in the works that we have been talking about for a long time. So yes, not at all something that is completely off the radar or anything like that. It's just that it's been a lot of shizzle. because of this one. Better. But yes, TLT in 80s style graffiti is the plan. Something that can work on multiple different kinds of colors and stuff.
Yeah. Which is kind of a nod back to, one of your first art styles.
Yes. I once used to be a bit of a graffiti person. Slightly.
In the 80s, you old man.
In the 80s. Oh. 90s.
80s and 90s?
I don't know.
When did you start?
In
How old were you?
7th grade. I would have
Yeah, I
been.
don't speak Swedish school
Yeah.
system.
I would have been 12.
It was the 80s.
Yeah, that's early 80s. Late 80s.
You old geezer.
I'm an old geezer. And now you know.
It's just kind of funny though, because when I mentioned like, oh my god, in the 80s or 90s this one was blah blah, it doesn't give the same, for me in any case, the same sensation that I'm talking about that long ago in the past. But I remember my parents in the 80s talking about things in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
And you just go, oh my god, that's like, old stuff. So I can imagine that young people just listen to us and go like, the 80s? What?
Sign just went like, jag pratar inte svenska. Nej, men du skriver.
Ingen snackar svenska.
Now, there will be some weirded out people who has just logged into the stream and going like, what the fuck is going on here?
I remember like, a couple of years ago when I was streaming a bit more active, and this dude who comes in and I had cursed and I had cursed in French for some weird reason, and I started being a bit, iffy about it, so I just continued in French, and then it got to point like, oh my god, your French is actually quite good. Yes, because Belgian, the hell?
It's almost like your school system demanded that you... I used to do Swedish with Duolingo, but it's so bad. Yes. Swedish Duolingo tells me that I hardly speak it. I find that one hilarious. It's like, it looks like you are a beginner.
I speak 5 languages really fluently, and I have a couple of other ones that I am quite apt in. I don't speak it fluent in the sense of that either I have a horrible accent or, or ranging to, oh my god, did you have a stroke when you were speaking it? But I understand.
Yeah.
5 languages that I'm really fluent in, and Duolingo fails me every time. If I take Duolingo, the Dutch version, and I take the test, I fucking fail it. I failed the French one, I failed the English one, I failed the Swedish one,
Well,
the German one, I'm like, what the fuck? I think the one I've done the best on so far was the Latin one. But the Latin one was weird because you got sentences like, my angry parrot is in the marketplace and stuff.
yeah, but that's kind of what they do, no?
The Russian one was funny. The Russian one gave me KGB sentences. Also, Duolingo, it doesn't really sound like how you speak.
No. It does weird things with the sentences.
The sentences aren't grammatically incorrect,
But they just, you don't speak like it.
No, or and linguistically you could say that one, but nobody does.
So it just really telegraphs that you're a foreigner. It's kind of the opposite of what you want to get to when you...
Hey, you're Anna, not Adam, pojke. Yeah, no, nobody says that one.
Nope. Oops. It's not that one.
Hey, no bitches.
You need to find a better way to learn Swedish, but from a book. Because like every language has proper, but it's not spoken that way like ever. Yeah, but it's more than that one, because if we go to like, for instance, my native tongue, my native language, it will give... No, Duolingo, well, it might work with language experts and stuff, but they also use AI to... the moment that they started doing that one, that's when I really start seeing things go weirdly. Like, yeah, to give a fake example, but in English, it's the equivalent of going like, hi, my name is Raspberry, I grow on trees. Like, there are sentences formed that never ever gets used. They are grammatically correct, but factually and content-wise, they're nonsensical. Like Natasha explained the thingy about, the Russian spy thingy, like,
How many fucking bears there are in Russian parks is scary.
With the bears in the parks. Which sounds like that weird scientist in The Simpsons. The bears in the parks. I don't grow on trees, no. Surprise!
I learned Swedish by... Well, I had the advantage of living in Sweden, but that one... Swedish, as if you have Dutch as a base and you know German and Latin, you get quite far.
Yeah, that's true.
Sound-wise, you need to go for Swedish, use your dialectal Antwerp sounds. So that's easy.
Yeah.
Well, if you already have them, if you're from like West Vlaanderen or shit, then you're fucked.
Where do these nuts come from? Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. It wasn't even keen this time.
Ja, var har du hittat den här nötterna då? But there's a couple of things. I listen to lots of Swedish music, which is horrible. It's like, Schlager music in Swedish.
Yep.
However, I also listen to old school Swedish music, like Bellman, with the lyrics next to it, so I could actually read and hear what got sung. And what also helped was having, Swedish subtitles under under everything, whether it was English TV shows or Swedish ones, simply because reading and knowing how it sounds are completely different things.
Yep.
And then just faking it till you make it, to be quite honest, because quite often...
Fake till you make it, yes.
If I didn't know the word, I used a scientific term for it and put a Swedish end on it or a Swedish prefix.
And half of the time Swedes don't know the difference. They go like, oh, you speak fancy Swedish.
Yeah, whenever I had to go to the hospital and, and I couldn't come up with like, God damn it, what's that one called again, lung conditions. I went like, pulmonary, and then the doctor would go like, oh my God, you work in healthcare. And I'm like,
Speak the lingo.
Yeah, sure, I did, but that was beside the point.
Jag ska följa dig genom eld och vatten. Yes. The only thing is, you should put the umlaut over the O and no umlaut over the A. Otherwise it's correct. But yes, what happened? I ended up on a different fancy Swedish. Yes. So fancy Swedish is like if you are doing something like regular Swedes, we have names for instance, for medical conditions. Quite often you have a Swedish word for it, whereas in most other countries I know of and most other languages I know of, you will use the Latin, the medical term for it. So in Swedish, you will have doctors will learn to to distinguish different diseases and conditions and whatnot via medical Latin, whereas the average everyday person will use other Swedish terms for the same conditions. So when you get someone like, for instance, and then coming into the hospital and needing to give the explanations of something, whatever it is, she could use a Latin term and add a Swedish suffix on it, and it will follow the Swedish medical description of it. So the Swedish medical Latin, because all of the Swedish medical words have Swedish suffixes onto them, added onto them, and it just sounds like fancy Swedish. So for a doctor, that means that oh, you speak in my lingo, and to anyone else, it just sounds like you know your shit, and you can quite literally fake your way through a lot of things that way. Swedify Latin, I would say, rather than Latinized Swedish.
Yeah. Same with like anything that's remotely legal or official sounding.
Yeah.
Is a difference between saying like a house loan or the Flemish word hypotheek,
Yeah.
which is used, all over Europe.
Yeah, hypothecaat though.
Yeah, but that one doesn't really get used that often in Sweden, because usually we speak about huslån.
Yeah. Unless you work in a bank.
Unless you work in a bank, but as a Belgian person, you're used to using those terms more often.
Yeah. Stop it.
And even as a French person, you would use hypothèque.
Yeah.
So if you use that one, then in Swedish, people go like, oh my god, you just automatically sound like you've had an education.
She calmed you down because you're gonna
Scotty, leave
hit
it.
stuff.
Did you feed the stick?
Ah, fuck no, I forgot that one.
We need to clear out the snake tomorrow. Feed them first and then clear out everything.
Oh. So yes, hi Nix.
So yes, Swedish is.
Weird.
The downside is though, since I'm not hearing Swedish as often as I used to, I do speak with an accent, though that one vanishes after a day or so.
Yeah.
Because I really have. Scotty! Sorry. Leave it. I really have. I sound a bit harder. I sound almost Finnish now when I speak Swedish.
Yeah, but so do I. I know what you mean, but still.
Yeah. But yeah, people, when I lived in Sweden, people either placed me like in Iceland, because sometimes, the fancy words would be hit or miss. And if it was a miss, people went like, oh my god, are you...
No, out, not there.
Then people would go like, oh my god, are you Icelandic? Because or I exaggerated my singing a bit too much in Swedish.
And then they put you in the...
In Dalarna.
Yeah.
The beanbag is winning.
The beanbag is winning. In case anyone is wondering.
Oh my.
Anne is losing the match against the beanbag.
I was so comfy. I'm gonna take the bastard Douglas out.
Okay.
So you have a chance to Oh shit, in peace and quiet.
Okay.
Så då ska jag säga hej då.
Ja. Ah, hej då.
Toodles. Come on, mad bitches.
These ones might be up here, you give them to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I have the wackles. The wackles are mine. Beanbag. Yes, we have a beanbag in the library to sit on. In the office where I work, there is beanbag. Okay. So now the question is, Zack Mabona, Sitzak. I believe is the technical term. I'm gonna make this one have a little bit of a glow thingy going on. Up in the top, where it will feel like. Oh, no, not that. Like it gets hot. What do you think about that one? I'm gonna go a little bit closer, and you can see all of the issues with the image. The sword is very Slaanesh. That depends on how you, maybe it isn't Slaanesh, maybe it's Eldari. Aglyth. How much do you want to take me as your student? I wish I could say that I could and defeat Miguel Iglesias' art. You wanna learn from me and defeat? I really would want to. If you're serious about it, I need to think about it because I don't know if I have the time for it. But if you're really serious about it, we can talk about it. Maybe not during stream though. Don't you like money? Yes. But the difference is, you know, how much I earn for my other work that I do, comparison to how much I earn from you. And I don't want to commit to something if I'm not sure I can help you, you know, by fully helping you. But let me try to explain that one better. It will feel really, really bad for me if I would take your money to try to help you and then won't be able to help you as much as you deserve for the money that you pay me. That is kind of what I'm saying. We can definitely discuss it, and I need to look into how much time I would need to spend on that one, and how to deal with that one. 1 hour per week, can you help me with art? Pass me the exercises, give me the feedback if I'm going good or no. That is a good. That's a good base, absolutely. But like I said, we need to. we need to discuss it proper out of stream. Yeah. You back on the? Are you back on the Discord? If you're back on the Discord, shoot me a message after the stream, and I will reply as soon as I can. It might not be today, but it should be tomorrow. Yeah? Send you the link. Not a problem. We need to start up the Discord first. Where are you starting? Installing updates. Ba-ba-bum. There it is. What am I eating? Waffles. These waffles. The other white meat or something. You got unbanned. Yes, you did get unbanned because you said that you didn't have. That's okay. You told us that you were in order again, so we unbanned you. Yes, spirally looking chips. Indeed. There you go. Welcome back, Kabutra. We had to ban you because your account was sending spam messages over and over and over and over again. And I couldn't just mute you, it didn't work, so that's why we had to do that one like that. There was no other way. You wanna know from your point of view if I had talent or not, my heart? Well, we can see what gives, yeah. But you know, start by sending me a message, and I will respond to it. Like I said, probably tomorrow. Although tomorrow is my me and my wife's wedding anniversary. I will do my best. Yeah. And then we see what we can do from there. Okay, let's see how this one looks. My accomplishment is very precious. Okay. Lots of police cars outside currently. I don't know what they're doing. And Tauro just does art for fun, I think. But he has spent a lot of time practicing. That's gonna be most of the things that I'm gonna tell you as well if you're asking me for your help. For help. I'm gonna be telling you that you need to practice. But the question is what you need to practice, and so yeah. But I will state already right now. It's gonna be a case of me having to calculate whether I can afford to take your money or not. Both in case of, you know, whether I will be able to help you enough for the amount of money that you pay me, but also if it is worth my time money-wise. And that's a really, really nasty way of saying it, but I can't say it in any other way. I don't know right now. I'm not gonna state those things on the stream. Anyway, regardless of if I knew or not. Because that's professional. And I try to uphold a certain amount of professionalism. I need to look up a little bit on how much I took last time I had students. That's why I said send me a message and I will reply to it. Of course you can. There's an entire spot for that one. Share your art. No worries about that one. A lot of drawings I did since I got banned. Yes. You mentioned loot and then Red woke up. Right. So I'm getting to the point where I'm almost done with this one, I think. I'm drawing a cat. Check my posture, I did. And I just drank something. What do you think, signed? What do you think? Is this fancy? Where's the art? Fred, this is where the art is. And sign, I'm happy that you love it. I am going to sign this one. And then it's gonna be done. Then I'm just gonna need to make it into the 3 different sizes so I can share it with you. And then I believe you have the final payment left to do, and then you get it. Ta-da! How about them apples? Let's save it before I save as. I was stuck with this one for such a long time that I was painting the background a separate. Dumb apples. Them apples. I was stuck with this one for such a long time that I painted the background on a completely different Yas. On a separate paint. So when you see the time lapse, which I am going to do now, then you will see that suddenly the backgrounds will pop in because I painted them too small and I had to resize them, and the first one was shit, so I had to redo it. But I will do a time lapse now, and then I shall finish the stream. I shall sign the art and fix the different sizes of this one, and then that's gonna be today. How about that? Everybody happy? If you're happy and you know it, time lapse time. Doom, doom. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. Here is your daily time lapse. Not your daily time lapse, but your damn time lapse. Yes, good. See you all on Wednesday. Take care. Bye bye.